Good morning, friends. Today we're going to be reading a biography about Zhang Nan. She was a Chinese gymnast. And as we were reading, Ms. Tibbs is going to be practicing using my context clue steps in order to find the meaning of words that I don't know. Good readers stop and think about what they are reading when they come across a word that they do not know. Watch closely. This is the skill you're going to be practicing this week as you listen to stories on YouTube and Storyline. Zhang Nan, Chinese gymnast. Who is Zhang Nan? Zhang Nan is a Chinese gymnast. She began gymnastics when she was 8 years old. Her parents helped her from the start. They did not know that one day she would be in the Olympic Games. In China, children begin gymnastics training when they are very young. Coaches look for children with talent. They even visit preschools. Chapter 2, Training to be Great. When Nan was 8, she joined a sports school in Chinese city of Beijing. Only the best child athletes in the country live and train at special schools like this one. Training to be a gymnast is hard work. Children begin with stretches at 6:30 in the morning. Next, they go into classrooms. That is where they are taught reading, math, and other lessons until lunchtime. There is a lot to remember. Young gymnasts stretch to warm up their muscles. I know I've heard that word stretch before, but I cannot remember what it means. I'm going to use my context clue steps to help me figure that out. So step number 1, find the words around the word. Step number 1, find the words around the word. Okay, I see my word stretch. Around that, I see that there's a lot of talk about working hard. There's a lot of talk about going to school. And I also see in this picture that the kids are bending their body. So now I have some options because step number 2 is plug it in, plug it in. Step number 2 is plug it in, plug it in. Okay, so I'm going to try to read this sentence and plug in my options. I said that I think that maybe they're talking about hard work because I saw that in the part of the text where I read the word stretches. Young gymnasts hard work to warm up their muscles. Step number 3. Does it make sense? Young gymnasts hard work to warm up their muscles. That doesn't make sense. Ooh. I'm going to try my next option. Going to school. Step number 2. Plug it in. Young gymnasts are going to school to warm up their muscles. I don't know. Do we go to school to warm up our muscles? Not really. In the text, it even says they go to school for reading, math, and other lessons until lunchtime. Did it make sense? No. I'm going to try my last option. Bending your body. Young gymnasts bend their bodies to warm up their muscles. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, so stretch must mean a way to bend my body. Young gymnasts stretch to warm up their muscles. After lunch, the younger students take a nap. Then training goes on until dinner time. Sometimes the children perform the same exercise for an hour. They only stop when they do it right. Some of the children miss being at home. They live at school and only see their parents on the weekends. But the children are happy to have the chance to become great athletes. At 17, Nan was one of China's best female gymnasts. She was famous for her graceful style. In 2002, Nan won 4 gold medals at the Asian Games in Korea. In 2003, she won a gold medal at the World Championships for the way she performed on the balance beam. She is very, very stretchy, flexible. Chapter 3, at the Olympics. Nan could not wait to compete in the 2004 Olympics. All her life, she had dreamed of being in the Olympics. Nan had worked very hard and wanted to win a medal for her country. Then, in early 2004, Nan broke her hand. She could not train for 2 months while she waited for her hand to heal. I'm going to keep reading, but I'm not sure that I know what the word heal means, so I'm going to come back to it and use my steps. Nan and her coach were scared. They thought she might not get better in time for the Olympics. Nan was worried that all her years of effort would be wasted. But Nan was lucky. By July, her hand had healed. She was ready to join the Olympic Games in Athens, Greece. Let's go back up to that sentence. She could not train for 2 months while she waited for her hand to heal. I know I've heard that word heal before, but I can't remember what it means. I'm going to use my context clue steps to help remind myself or figure out what that word means that I don't know. Step number 1, find the words around the word. Okay, so I see that they're talking a lot about hard work. So I'm going to write that down, hard work, or working hard, work hard. You can write it down if it helps you remember all the options. I also see in this sentence it says she waited for her hand to heal. So I'm going to write the word wait. There's my dog barking. I also know that she broke her hand. And a lot of times when you break something, you have to wait for it to get better. So I'm going to write get better. Now I have 3 choices from looking at the words around the word that I can plug it in and ask myself, does that make sense? So let's try the first one. She could not train for 2 months while she waited for her hand to work hard. Does that make sense? No. I could cross that off. Let's try the next one. She could not train for 2 months while she waited for her hand to wait. Does that make sense? No. She could not train for 2 months while she waited for her hand to get better. Does that make sense? Yes, that makes so much more sense. To heal must mean to get better. She waited for her broken hand to heal or for her hand to get better. Excellent job. Zhang Nan won a bronze medal at Athens in 2004. She was proud to share her medal with her country. There was a mood of great joy when she returned home. She was a hero. The end. Okay, friends, so this week you're going to be watching videos on Storyline and on YouTube. You're going to be listening to those stories, and then at the end you're going to take a short exit ticket or a quiz that's going to ask you to use your context clue steps to figure out the meaning of an unknown word. There's a little bit of a glare here. See if I can fix it. There we go. Step number 1, find the words around the word. Step number 2, plug it in, plug it in. Step number 3, ask myself, does it make sense? If it doesn't make sense, I need to go to my next option. What could that word mean? By looking at the words around the word to help me figure it out. Okay, good luck, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your teacher.